you probably have 3 questions. The first question is, what the hell happened to your beard? I'm gonna answer that for you. I cut the beard, obviously, for my Halloween costume, which I was a character that needed me to not have a beard. So that's why I cut the beard. I hate it. I'm gonna grow it back. Don't worry about that. Everything is okay. Number 2 question you probably have, what's going on with the setup? Why does the audio sound like you're recording on your phone? The audio sounds like I'm recording on my phone because I'm recording on my phone. Yeah, I have an issue with my PC. It has completely wet the bed, won't even boot. I think it's a RAM issue. It's either a RAM or a motherboard issue. I'm figuring it out. It will get better, I promise. I'm also in the process of transitioning to a new position within my work. So I'll be on the road, basically, for about the next 2 months, starting in a couple weeks. So you will probably see me record some videos on my phone as well as I continue to transition into that new position, wherever that may end up. So yeah, there's just a lot going on kind of behind the scenes. My goal is to still put up a video every single Wednesday at 9 p.m. I haven't missed a week in the last 3.5 years. So it's not gonna happen anytime soon. I'm still gonna do reviews. None of that is gonna change. Your third question is probably, why the hell is he reviewing Batman Begins? And that's a fair question. I'm reviewing Batman Begins because a buddy of mine was like, hey, you should review Batman Begins. And because I'm a man of the people and I give the people what they want, I'm gonna review Batman Begins. I have ranked the entire Batman list of films. So if you wanna go check that out, it's on the channel. I'll link to it. It's fantastic. Okay, so let's talk about Batman Begins. The Nolan trilogy got off to this amazing start in I think it was the mid-2000s. Christopher Nolan was kind of like the perfect guy at this point in his career to hop and direct this movie. I love Batman Begins. In fact, of all 3 of the Nolan-verse Batman movies, Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, and Dark Knight Rises, I think this one is actually aged the best. It has a couple problems. The Bat voice is terrible. And Katie Holmes is like unwatchable. She's really, really bad here. I don't think I've seen her in anything else. I never watched Dawson's Creek. I've never seen her in any other type of anything. No plays, no TV shows, no other movies, nothing. So I don't have much to work with, but I know that she was universally panned in this, and her character of Rachel Dawes was replaced by Maggie Gyllenhaal in The Dark Knight. And she was way better. She was just much better for that part. So those are the 2 things I don't like about the movie. The Bat voice it's bad, but it's actually not as bad in this movie. It kind of gets progressively worse as the series goes along. But those are the only 2 things that I really dislike, that and Katie Holmes' character. Everything else I love. I love that Nolan gave us a very detailed backstory on Batman. In 1989 Batman, we didn't get much of any backstory. We got a couple flashbacks. We found out spoiler alert, the Joker killed Bruce's parents, and that was basically it. We got the flashbacks. We didn't see any of him actually transforming his life into Batman. And so this movie is like a very detailed version of that, and it's awesome. I love all of the crime family stuff with Falcone. I love Batman going up into the mountains. I love him like going on this lifelong journey to figure out who he is, and ultimately like he's out for blood and out for revenge, and then he turns into this symbol to protect the city. I love all of that. I love Ra's al Ghul. I think he's a great villain. I love Liam Neeson's portrayal of him. I love that Ra's al Ghul and the League of Shadows are like this ever-present behind the shadows, hence the name, group that's like conducting their business to save humanity, because in their view, they're just totally the good guys. And people dunk on him, but I like Cillian Murphy's portrayal of Jonathan Crane, aka the Scarecrow. I think he's good in this too. All around, I make this argument a lot, and I think this is actually my favorite of the 3 movies. I don't necessarily think it's the best movie from a technical standpoint, but I also think this movie doesn't have some of the pretty glaring flaws that the other 2 films had. Dark Knight Rises script is pretty bad. And in The Dark Knight, the Bat voice is extremely distracting, and I've talked about this before too. The Bat voice is terrible, and the ending, the third act, I think they actually really kind of flub. I don't love the third act. I don't love the ending of that movie. The sequence on with all like the doctors and the clowns. I don't like the fairy stuff is overblown and it's just too much. It doesn't really seem to work. So yeah, I love Batman Begins. I think this movie is fantastic. I think it's actually aged really, really well. If there's one small other criticism is that's the fight sequences. You can't really see what's going on, but it kind of fits in with the theme of a Batman that's stalking people from the shadows, and he's quick and he's nasty and he's just doing what he needs to do and then getting out. And all of that is portrayed really well in how they develop the character from the beginning. So, and Michael Caine is a great Alfred. He's fantastic. Huge fan. Thank you so much for checking out this video. I know it was a little different. I know I didn't have an intro. That's definitely a little strange too, to not have the actual like little credit, the little smash cut to the logo. But that's just a manner of me having to review movies on my phone like this for a while. So that's it. Thanks so much for checking out the video, and I'll see you next Wednesday as always at 9 a.m.